Hi Scorpio, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. Whenever this tarot reading shows up on your timeline, this message is for you. Thank you so much for joining me. This tarot reading is for any Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, but also if you have a question about the house that Scorpio rules in your chart, this message is for you too. And if you have any planets ruled by Scorpio, for instance, if you are looking to expand something and Scorpio rules Jupiter in your chart, then you would watch this for that specific question. Answer to your question. So there was a very strong message, and that's why I got distracted, because this card that popped out was very similar to when I was clearing your cards. Oh, before I forget, thank you to everybody who is subscribed to Modern Maven Tarot. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment. It really does help the algorithm. And let's get to that message though. There was something about holding on to something from the past. And there is, if you're here for career or relationship, there's something new wanting to come in, but there's something that we have to let go of in order to allow that to come in. And I think that this holding on to is more of a feeling than an actual person, but that you have the courage and strength to release something that needs to be released. Now, we did just have a Cancer full moon while Cancer new moon while I'm recording this. And that is wonderful because July, go to your July reading too after this. I do extended monthly readings, but there was a lot about power and recognition in July. And I really feel like if we can understand the areas in our life that Pluto is trying to help us gain our power, our personal power, but in order to do that, it takes letting go of something, releasing something, welcoming something new in, then we can receive that message and get the recognition we deserve. But when it comes to that relationship message, it just was a very strong message that we have to leave something in the past before we can accept what we are putting our intentions out there for. So let's see. Oh, and look who's at the bottom. It's you. Knight of Wands is ruled by Scorpio. So there's this message too of don't get stuck in a rut. Go out there and seek new experiences. And it, you know, if you're financially somewhere where you're like, hey, I can't go on. I mean, you can still go to the park, or you know what I mean? Like there's just something here where you got to get out there and if you like, you know, doing art, like go do it out somewhere in public. You know what I mean? Like there's just a very strong message of putting yourself out there. So let's see what we got going on for Scorpios. I hope you're feeling a strong sense of renewal. And this Queen of Wands, I love seeing when you are empowered, you empower others. So when we can put behind whatever it is, I'm getting a strong message that it is related to childhood, to our inner child. We're going to empower others when we empower ourselves. So never forget that you will empower others when you empower yourself. Okay. All right. Overall energy for this week is the 8 of Wands, Mercury and Sagittarius. This can indicate a lot of short distance travel, can indicate long distance travel. It can indicate like a lot of communication, text messages, emails, phone calls. But I'm getting a big energy of forward motion. So it's interesting too, because seeing the Chariot in the position that it is, it's like, especially with this 8 of Wands. So we're going to clarify that a little bit, but there's also this energy of confidence, okay? And so I want you though this week, because you need more of the Page of Cups. And so there is this message coming of you're ready to charge forward, but we need to do some emotional healing at the core level, because we don't want to self-sabotage by not healing that shadow energy. Okay, we've been called upon really getting to the root of this shadow energy since last July for all of us collectively. Okay, all signs have gotten that message, and there's this sign of saying, hey, like things are picking up and they're going fast, but we need to make sure that we don't ignore that inner child inside of us and their emotional needs, okay? Because in the area of what you need less of is the Chariot. The Chariot is Cancer energy, but it's also big changes, okay? Big progress, like charging forward, okay? Like confidently charging forward and not looking back. And so because I think everything's happening so quickly, the inner child within you might be a little scared of how quick these things are moving, okay? So let's clarify this and see what's going on here. Okay, let's first clarify the Eight of Wands for Scorpio. Why is the Eight of Wands here for Scorpios? Eight of Wands for Scorpios, okay. Oops. All right, so you got the Five of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. So there is, along with all of this fast-moving stuff, there's also a little bit of chaos, okay? So this is ruled by Saturn in Leo. Now, Saturn, your blocks, your fears, and limitations. Leo is your ego. And so there's this energy of why this I think your inner child is trying to get your attention is really what this is saying, because this is like a power struggle. Honestly, this long distance travel could be moving, but that's not going to resonate for everybody. But the Four of Pentacles here, Four of Pentacles is Sun in Capricorn, and it's the idea of like the universe will always provide for you, contemplating your relationship with money, but also this idea of like, this is mine. This is mine, okay? And so we're holding on to something, and I'm not sure what it is, but we are going to clarify the Page of Cups. Why is the Page of Cups here for Scorpios? Why is that inner child talking? Okay, the Lovers. So Gemini energy, a strong connection. I think that this Page of Cups, what it's saying is, because of the way relationships have been in the past, there is a little bit of fear. Perhaps even this idea of things are, you know, stable and there's some unrest inside because we haven't healed something with that emotional scarring related to a past relationship. Okay, so let's clarify this Chariot. Why is the Chariot in the area of what we need less of? Wow. Okay, well, this is an interesting read. So the star is Aquarius. The star is renewal, it's hope, it's feeling reborn. And so that is just confirming that, hey, before we are ready to charge forward, we need to go within and clear this up, because if we are truly wanting something new and something different, we have to get to the root of that, okay? All right, so let's get an empowering question that's going to help. Well, that's too many. Okay, so that makes me think that some of you just like, I don't want to have to deal with that. Like, if I just don't think about it, it's not there, and that's not going to get rid of it, okay? All right, Scorpios. It's there. All right, empowering question for Scorpios. Okay, so your empowering question. What are my most important values? How are they reflected in my life and in my daily decisions? That's going to be important because of how quickly things are moving. Now, it is exciting. It's exciting when things are moving forward. And I'm not saying that you're not going to get everything that you are trying to manifest. I'm just saying that if we want the vision of how we see the intentions that we wrote, we just want to get to that and heal the light and the shadow within us. So I'm going to do one last clarifier, and then we're going to close this out. Scorpios, thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share with somebody who also needs to hear this message, okay? And let's see, one clarifier for Scorpios. Amazing. So the end game of this, and why we want to do this, is the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is Venus in Cancer. To fully nurture and heal those wounds from the past is going to welcome in the relationships that we want. I love seeing this line here too, because we had Saturn in Leo. And I think that what this is saying, like, there's a part of our ego that got really, really hurt. And actually now this is even a more important message because we have Chiron going retrograde in Aries at the end of July, and that's going to last throughout the end of the year. And that is, if there's any unhealed energy that we have to purge, which that tells me I generally only burp when there's something like that that's like, you really need to purge this. We really need to purge something, because what we're bringing in is healthy, loving relationships. Okay, so it's worth it. All right, Scorpios, again, thank you so much for joining me. As always, shine your inner light. You've got this.